Checking out this new album cover. It looks like the ghost from Casper the Friendly Ghost, and also one of the creatures from Foster's imaginary home for friends or whatever, had an orgy in a Japanese anime brothel, to tell you the truth. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. All the rainbow colors, very Japanese like, of course. And they even have Japanese fonts, or maybe that's some type of Chinese Mandarin fonts. I don't know. But hey, this is Kid C Ghost, and it is Kid Cudi and Kanye West affiliate collaboration album, and it's self-titled. And of course, you know who Kanye West is, you know who Kid Cudi is. I knew when Kanye West himself, one of the most egomaniac types of people ever to come out in the rap game, said that Kid Cudi is one of the biggest influencers of this generation. I knew that they would have some type of collaboration coming across, and they did. And this album, well, it's an EP, so I'm judging it by EP standards. But overall, out of the trilogy that came out, I would say that this is by far the best. Like, I'm telling you, it was even better than Pusher, in my personal opinion. Just the dynamics of the whole EP just made it a little better than Pusher, and the quality control, to tell you the truth. It hits more and more subject matters, to tell you. But hey, I just like to say that I thought that Kanye West and Kid Cudi might be a little bit of jury and depressed, but they overall balanced each other out. But I have to say, I wasn't feeling it on the first track, which is Fourth Dimension. It should have been called 2, because that's how I see it, as a 2. It was pretty much a Kid Cudi solo song featuring Pusha T, and Pusha T doesn't do anything like much on it. And Kid Cudi, he does this brah brah brah, just do these like mouth vocals that make him sound like Big Shaq. I was expecting him to do Man Not Hot on this whole track. But then you get to the next track, which is, of course, Kid C Ghost from Kid C Ghost on their self-titled Kid C Ghost. And I like the whole beat on here. Not much when it comes to the lyrics, but the beat is like this mixture of this creepy vocal sample with some what seems to be like bells, with, of course, a nice thick guitar. It kind of reminds me of when Kid Cudi did the collabo with Kanye West on Gorgeous. Like, I like them mixing their styles together when it comes to rock. It was a very nice rockish track, and it was the first sign telling me that this EP would have been fucking awesome. So I gave it a 5. Now we have the next track, which is Cudi, and of course, for a song called Cudi, it starts out with Kanye West, and this is like the first appearance of Kanye West. Well, one of the first appearances of Kanye West, I should say. And it does this like sample of a old timey soul sample that kind of reminds me of Otis. And also, and low key, it reminds me of what Travis Scott and Quavo did with their opening track, how they had the Otis sample. But yeah, it was a pretty nice track. And Kanye West does a reference to No Limit and also Rick Ross ad-libs, like he does this, little ad-lib that was pretty cool. I really wish that he would make fun of his ad-lib, how French Montana did, but like pretty much stole his ad-lib. I wish he made reference to that, since he's naming ad-libs. But still, a pretty good track, Also, when he does the whole I wouldn't finish the sentence thing, and then it cuts off. Like, that's a very double entendre. Like, he wouldn't finish a prison sentence, and he also wouldn't finish the sentence as in towards his sentence, shit like that. And before Kid Cudi starts his verse, there's this sample of a witch laughing for some apparent reason. But the track is overall magical. I give it another 5. Free, this is a track that I really like, and you know what? It uses like a lot of vocal ad libs, and it kind of sounds like he was a little ghost, like he's like haunting the track with the vocal ad libs. I wish it had a little bit more like less singing and more rapping, because I really miss the rapping on this track. But it has Ty Dolla Sign on it, and he's pretty great. And I just noticed that anytime Ty Dolla Sign teams up with Kanye, Kanye brings the best vocal abilities out of Ty Dolla Sign for some apparent reason. But overall, when it comes to this track, I gave it a 4.5, a very good track. The track Feed the Love, I get the whole idea of feeding the love, but at this point, you fed the love so much that it turned to a glutton, to tell you the truth. The only really part I like is when Kanye West appears on the track and he raps again. And he says that he wants all the smoke, which could be a reference to Drake's Free Smoke. But yeah, this track, I wasn't really feeling it that much. And I thought it was a little ironic that Kid Cudi said keep moving forward, but the hook never really moved forward or progressed from Kid Cudi doing his keep moving forward little thing, kind of boring. But overall, I gave the track like a 3. Wasn't a real fan of it. But Fire, this is the best Fire I heard since, I would say, Jimi Hendrix, album. And speaking of Jimi Hendrix, I need to listen to that Future. But back to this track right here, Fire. I like that it's called Fire, but it seems like the track samples like little water drips. That was pretty nice. And I like that Kanye West does another reference to his like Christianity, but this time it's not like very corny. He does like a reference to how the Bible is next to his bed. Yeah, he's a Christian, and he keeps repenting. Yeah, he never listens. And I thought that was a very nice thing to say, especially Kanye West being self-aware, could I say, that he's a big mouth and he has a big mouth, little ears, And I also like the whole reference where he says, I make enough bread that, yeah, you can spread the relish. Like, I thought that was a very nice line, especially when it's a double entendre, like relish as in you relish the wealth and relish as in a condiment. Maybe people may not have picked up on that, but I thought it was pretty cool. And we reached the final track, which is Reborn, which grants like new meaning, since a person like Lil Wayne, he of course got out of Birdman's clutches, and he's out of the nest, and he had that album called Reborn, which was not the best. But anywho, back to the track. I like Kanye West rapping on this track. He referenced how everybody wants world peace until you get a bullet in your niece dome. Like, I really thought that could have been like a reference to like Nas One Love, where he referenced Jerome Nice got hit in the dome piece. That would be something that Kanye would do. And I really like the whole line where he says that you grew up in an environment where doing crime was the requirement, and then they put you in jail for retirement. I really thought that was very cool, especially when he, of course, had a track like Violent Crimes, which I really wish could have talked about the violent crime in Chicago, but I think that this hinted like way more than that. Kind of like that track Murder, which was on Watch the Throne. Like, it kind of reminds me of that. But overall, I love the track. I gave it a 5. So wow, I didn't think that I would like Kanye West and Kid Cudi EP like that. And please, I'm not a Kanye West dick rider. I had a mixed response when it came to Ye, but this is a pretty good EP. I can't even hate. I have to really like it. So overall, tell me how you feel about this new EP. Did you love it, hate it? Did you expect that there would be a little bit more worser off singing. I thought that 070 would have been on this EP. Please leave a like, share the video, and I'm out, guys.